Hey there, Virgo. Welcome to your reading for the week of March 4th. We're going to jump right in here, Virgo, and see what is going on for you. In your current general energies, you have this Hold Your Vision card, and you also have this card that says you and your loved ones are safe. So we're going to have to see what this vision is that you are holding. It's a vision of the future, very clearly. You have the Three of Wands. Three of Wands is a card of foresight, looking into the future, planning for your future. Things like that. And it could also have to do with literally your vision, as in your purpose. You have this Judgment card here. I'm pretty sure you had this card with me, the Camel, recently as well. So that's kind of interesting. But the Three of Wands kind of says that you are looking at an opportunity. The story of the Three of Wands is that he thinks that he's looking at the desert because the water is golden in color. But when he looks closer, he sees the ships, and the ships are clearly on water. And he realizes that the ships are an opportunity for him, to move in a new direction. And I kind of feel like this is the time that we're in, where we kind of see an opportunity, or maybe we're dreaming about something that we want to do or have or accomplish in our life. And then, but we could also be thinking about the lack of prosperity. But you have this prosperity card here. So, we could be thinking oh, I don't have the money, or I don't have the this, that, or the other thing. And the Three of Wands actually says, maybe you don't, maybe you don't have the money. Maybe you don't have the time, or, whatever the case may be. But the Three of Wands says, how can you do it anyway? And a lot of people always ask me, well, how do I do it anyway? And I always say, well, with the Three of Wands, we can break things down to the smallest part. And the Three of Wands can really say, what is the smallest piece of something that you want to accomplish? What is the tiniest little step that you can take today? Even if it's just writing down on a piece of paper that you want to get started on whatever an opportunity is, even if that's the smallest step you can take, I would take that first step. I also feel that you're going down to the Five of Swords here, Virgo. Five of Swords is all about taking a risk, or needing to take some sort of risk. So, there you go. I would take a risk. You have the Six of Cups. You have two sixes here. I love readings that have two sixes. Two sixes to me says that you're going the right direction. It's basically confirmation for your path, and it just says that you're going the right direction. I do feel that some of you clearly could be thinking about family. That card says you and your loved ones are safe. And so maybe you're just worrying about the future, or you're worried that whether or not you'll be able to financially support your family. It could be things like that. And the Six of Cups also says that you are safe. I always look at the Six of Cups as saying your obstacles are being removed from your life. So Six of Cups can represent obstacles, and the Six of Cups can say that there are certain obstacles that are being removed from your life. So if you're dealing with challenges or difficulties or anything like that, this kind of says you're removing those things. You have the Judgment card here, and the Judgment card is about kind of waking up to new opportunity and potential. I know we talk about this a lot, Virgo, about how you are maybe thinking about changing your career, or you could be doing things to change in your career or your business or whatever it is that you are doing. And it's you're moving closer to your purpose. Even if you're 70 years old, it doesn't matter how old you are. You could be moving or getting closer to some sort of purpose, or something that has to do with your vision in your life as well. So let's see. With the Three of Wands, you have the Hangman. You have the Hangman twice right here. It kind of gives me the vibes of you are thinking about doing something that you're going to do anyway. So it's you might as well do it now. I feel like some of you are wondering, should I go do this thing? Should I go, start this business, or change my life by doing, moving to another country, or, whatever you're thinking about doing. And I for whatever reason, I feel like this right here, having the starting and ending with the Hangman, is saying, well, you're going to do it anyway. So whether you do it now or you do it 6 months from now, it's not really going to matter. So, I don't know if that helps some of you make your decision, but there you go. With the Six of Cups, you have the Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles is work hard, play hard. I do feel that we see a lot of action here in this reading. We have the Emperor. We have the Knight of Cups even. The Nine of Wands can represent action, because Nine of Wands is a card of throwing stuff at the wall and seeing what sticks. It's a card of experimentation, not giving up, giving something one last shot. So, I definitely feel if you're working hard, make sure you're playing hard. Yeah, with the Judgment card, you have the Six of Cups. I will say that this could represent kind of communication from the past or someone coming back from the past. Again, I am one of the only readers on here that says do not go back to the past, so let's get that out there right now before someone leaves a comment about it. Yes, I fully support you not going back to the past, and so obviously this part of the message isn't for you if you don't want to go back to the past. But what I would say is that this could be a person coming back from the past. Again, even if you don't want that, so again, I would protect yourself accordingly. I would, if you need to block a person, if you need to put up stronger boundaries, we see it right here as well. But literally, the Judgment card is the only card that I don't consider the Six of Cups to be an ex coming back. To me, it can represent thinking about the past, but it doesn't say a person is coming back from the past. But the Judgment card definitely does, and then having Six of Cups with it twice definitely, could be a person coming back from the past. In the area of the unexpected, you have this Camel card and the Starfish card. I really see you opening up, and I'm pretty sure we said this in your last reading, by the way, for the March bonus reading. I'm pretty sure is the one that it was, but it's like you're not only increasing your resources, but I feel like you are becoming more resourceful. The Camel is a survivor. The Camel can survive in the desert, so it kind of represents being a survivor. It also represents being resourceful as well. Camels are very resourceful, and so you are clearly trying to do something in your life. And I feel like even if you don't have to have the resources, I feel that you need to do it anyway. The Starfish is about moving in different directions. The Starfish, it has many different directions or opportunities that it could move in because it has the 5 arms, and that's what I would do here. The other thing I would say about the Starfish is, most starfish, they look beautiful on the top of the starfish, but underneath, some people might consider them to look gross on the underside. I don't. I think they're cool, but again, part of the Starfish card kind of says that when you are building something beautiful in your life, that there are some gross parts of whatever it is that you have to do. It's like there might be hard work, or there might be certain paperwork that you don't want to do if you're building like a business, for example, or there might be certain things you don't enjoy as much. But, for whatever reason, I feel that this Starfish card is saying that some of you are starting to be recognized for the work that you do, whatever that is, especially if you put something out into the world. And people might even be seeing like all the extra stuff, the behind the scenes work, the stuff that isn't so glamorous, right? It's like people could also be recognizing that for you to create things in the world, it's like you have to do all these other things behind the scenes. You have to do all this extra work and, all this other stuff. So, I don't know, it is popping into my head with that card. You have the Six of Pentacles, the Five of Swords, and the Queen of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles is kind of like a card of planting seeds, and it is a card of equal give and take, but I always say that this card to me is a card of experimentation as well, especially because you have the Nine of Wands right next to it. So the Six of Pentacles is about trying a couple different things in whatever area of your life you're trying to grow here, especially with the Three of Wands. You're trying to do something. Six of Pentacles says, try a couple of things, whatever grows, double down on it, whatever doesn't work, get rid of it. Nine of Wands says the same thing. Nine of Wands says, throw stuff at the wall and see what sticks. So pretty similar, and that's what I would do there. You have the Five of Swords showing up here. I do feel, some of you could be dealing with a breakup or separation or whatever. I don't really see that necessarily here. I do feel like some of you could have a person that can't let you go from the past, going this way. And I would just put up boundaries, or, if you have to block this person or whatever you have to do, I would do it here, Virgo. Because, again, I don't know. It just gives me the vibes of a person who, isn't letting you go for whatever reason. And again, this might only be for some of you. I also feel the Five of Swords is my card of taking a risk. So personally, I think that fives are not that bad. I think that every single five in the tarot has a very easy solution, and the Five of Swords is actually a card of winning. He is winning. This guy here, he is winning at all cost. It might not necessarily be a great victory, but it's a victory. He's having a win. He's conquered something in his life, and he has overcome something. So, it's still kind of a good thing. And what I would say here is I feel, but also I read this card as a card of needing to take a risk. So there could be some sort of risk that you're taking. I think that for you, Virgo, the risk is star. You have the Starfish, star card. I know they're not the same thing, but bear with me, right? And what I would say is that the risk you have to take is the risk of exposure, the risk of saying something and being wrong, or, the risk of having done something for 20 years and changing your mind. It's like that type of risk. This could be in business, could be in your personal life, but those are the risks I would take. You have the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles, your 900th card of resourcefulness in this reading. So anything you can do to be extra resourceful is going to lead to extra abundance and probably quick movement. There's this rabbit here, and rabbits can represent fleetness. They can represent, leaps and bounds types of energy. So I kind of do feel that there might be some big leaps that you're going to be making if you are resourceful. Obviously, if you're not resourceful, then it's not going to happen. So I would tap into your resources. I tell everyone right now that, especially right now, I would be thinking anything you want to do, I would be thinking, how can I start this like the most simple way possible? How can I start this on the smallest level possible? How can I prove that what I'm going to do is going to work before that I actually, start it, right? And even me, like I've been working on a new business for like 2 years now. It's a startup, and we started it at like the tiniest little level first before we invested money to actually build it out. And so it's like, even me, I do this, right? And I could have totally afforded to build it, not bragging, but I could have easily afforded to build it right away, right at the beginning. But we wanted to prove the concept. And I kind of have that going on for you right here in this row. It's like saying that if you're working on something, can you prove it on a small level first? That will probably be a good idea. And if you don't have the money, proving it on a small level first also proves to the universe that you're serious. And I'm convinced that when we prove something on a small level, that what we can do, basically, the universe is like, oh, they're serious. They're doing what they can. So then the universe will move out of the way. With the Six of Pentacles, you have the High Priestess, and I can't talk today for some reason, and yesterday. I don't know what's going on. It could be that Virgo moon that is messing me up, but you have this High Priestess, and the High Priestess is about trusting your intuition, listening to your inner voice. And for some reason, I feel this is all about you, this High Priestess. I kind of feel it's saying that you need to listen to your own intuition, what you're feeling. Maybe it would be a time for you to be more spiritual or more tapped in, especially if you don't have the resources to do something and you're looking for answers. Might be a good time to like tap in and get those inner answers. With the Five of Swords, you have the Seven of Cups. Yeah, a lot of options here. We see, I think that what you're reading is trying to get at is that there are many different directions that you can go in. We said this with the starfish here. And the Seven of Cups says you're spoiled for choice. So again, for those of you that are building something or creating something, there are many different ways that you could build this. With the Queen of Pentacles, you have the Five of Wands. Five of Wands is a card of conflict and competition. As I always say, we have two kind of cards of competition. The Five of Swords, he's overcome a competition. He's won. The Five of Wands is conflict and competition. But the Five of Wands, to me, represents education. These people, they're using sticks to fight. They're not using swords. So they're learning how to fight. And I feel that for a lot of you, you have been learning something. I do feel like some of you, there is competition for something you want to do. But, as I always say, if something is meant for you, it's meant for you. It doesn't matter how many people are doing it. You have this energy card and this prosperity card. This is coming up in the area of what's coming towards you. So I feel like you literally are getting the energy you need to accomplish something. So if you've been feeling tired, if you've been feeling exhausted, if you've been not low energy, I feel like you're feeling more energetic. And this obviously is going to increase your prosperity. So love it. You have the Nine of Wands, the Emperor, and the Queen of Swords. The Nine of Wands, I definitely am feeling needing to put up boundaries. Again, especially about past people. I get a little bit of weird obsession vibe going on here. So if there's a person who's obsessed with you, maybe it's been a few years and they're still talking about you and stuff, weird stuff like that, then I would definitely say it is time for you to put up some boundaries with this person here. I don't really see, we have Pisces, could be a Pisces, I'm a Pisces, so I get it. Could be a Pisces, could be an Aries, could be a, that's really all, it could be an air sign as well as is standing out to me, but whatever, it doesn't matter. Again, what I would say is if you have a weirdo, I would put up some boundaries here. Maybe you need to block them or whatever. For others, for all of you, I feel that the Nine of Wands is saying you want something and do not give up on what you want at this time. Remember what I was saying. It's almost as if you could do something now or you could do it later or vice versa, right? Later or now. And I feel that this is saying you are ready and you don't even realize it. So, if you're thinking about doing something, I would get a move on here. You have the Emperor, which the Emperor is ready to go at a moment's notice. He has his armor on underneath his cloak here, and it says that he is ready to make a move right now. And so he's always prepared. And I definitely feel that this Emperor is saying that you need to be prepared for something. I kind of feel you need to be prepared for the Hangman. The Hangman is enlightenment, and that's what I feel like you need to be prepared for, is maybe receiving an answer. If you've been waiting for an answer or clarity even, or just if you haven't been sure what you want to do with your life and all of a sudden now you do know, I feel like the Emperor is saying, take action. You know what to do now. You have the Queen of Swords, also a card of clarity. She only has clouds halfway up her body on the Queen of Swords, and it says that she is clear on her direction. She is clear on what she needs to do in her life, and where she needs to go and what action she needs to take and all that other good stuff. So I feel that this is saying that it's time for you to take action. It's time for you to get a move on and get moving towards whatever it is that you want to move towards. The Queen of Swords, she has her sword up but her hand out. She's ready to receive something. And so I feel like you are ready to receive something. I don't even know what it is yet. It could be the prosperity that's showing up here, but let's see. With the Nine of Wands, you have the Queen of Wands. I wouldn't really call this a love reading, but if you want love, I would get out there. Again, this week has been kind of weird for love. I can't remember who it was, but someone had a bunch of love, but for most people, it's like no love this week. So it could just be one of those weeks. But the Queen of Wands says, if you want love, get out there. This is also the card of seduction. So going this way, maybe you're just too sexy, Virgo, and that's why, this ex or whatever is obsessed with you or something. Normally I would need to see the devil to say obsession, but I don't know, this is like weird to me, like this right here. I don't know, it's just standing out to me as weird and a person that is like still watching you or whatever the case may be. With the Emperor, you have the Seven of Pentacles. Oh yeah, you do have 2 sevens right here. 2 sevens to me represents internal fears that don't exist. So I would let go of your fears. Seven of Pentacles also gives me the feelings of, he's looking at these 7 pentacles, and I always say, this is my card that says, is the juice worth the squeeze? He's looking at what he has grown, and he's saying, is what I've been working on worth it, or is there something better? The other problem, personally, I like the 7 pentacles, but the problem I have with the card is that sometimes I feel we can be working on something that is providing us with success, but it's like it's just enough success. Like it's enough success in life where maybe we're able to support ourselves, but we're not totally comfortable. And so sometimes when we have that, I think we hold on to it. We're like, oh, I can't leave this job because, it's paying my bills and all this other stuff. But, but maybe there's another job that would pay you like double, but you're like afraid to leave this one job, So that's kind of like what I get here, is that it's saying, you might be holding on to an opportunity that just isn't worth it, and there might be something better if you go and look for it, right? With the Queen of Swords, you have the Eight of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles is kind of material success on the horizon. I like the Eight of Pentacles because it says if you are finishing something up or working on something, that there is a financial reward that will be coming in for you. So I do feel for a lot of you that there could be financial rewards coming into your life with the Eight of Pentacles. Eight of Pentacles is a card of mastering a craft as well. So if you are mastering a craft or working on something, then clearly there's going to be a lot of abundance coming in whatever that is. In the area of the good stuff, it says you're attracting a soul tribe who will support you. I kind of feel this just for you in general, based off your astrology. That wouldn't surprise me if a lot of you over the next couple of years change the people that you're hanging out with. Maybe spend less time with some people, more time with other people. It kind of like some sort of shift in your environment as far as people are concerned. That goes for every type of relationship. You have this legal card that says dealing with legal issues or life lessons. Seek an expert, especially if you're handling legal matters. This is coming up in the good stuff. So even if you are dealing with legal matters, it's coming up in the good stuff. So I feel like there could be positive outcomes in in whatever it is that you're dealing with here. So, I'm not too worried about that. If you have been waiting for a result in something legal, divorce, separation, or just something legal, I feel that the Hangman could say there's a some sort of result coming out. The Hangman also would be enlightenment. And so I feel for a lot of you that a lot of your readings talk about this, Virgo. They talk about receiving enlightenment or, being enlightened to something in your life. You have the Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups is a knight in shining armor. So I definitely feel that there could be some sort of knight in shining armor coming in for you with the Knight of Cups. I also feel that for a lot of you, I feel something else here. There's something... it's like there's part of your dream that you're not living yet, and, or there's something that you've been thinking about recently, I feel like saying, very recently. I'm shooting this video on the 27th, right, of February, and so, I feel like maybe yesterday, the 26th, or maybe during the moon, the Virgo moon as well. Maybe you were kind of like thinking about part of your dream or part of something that would make you feel more fulfilled. Sometimes I think we get triggered, like we're like, oh my God, I've always wanted this thing in life. I always had this goal and I don't have it and I'm running out of time. Of course I tell people slow down, right? Don't beat yourself up, but at the same time, I feel you could be kind of like manifesting something you've wanted. You have the Page of Swords, or it's like you are waking up to the need to work towards it. You have the Page of Swords. Again, the Page of Swords and the good stuff could say that you're becoming curious about new directions in life. And, I tell people we're in a very curious time. I would be looking into curiosity. With the Hangman, you have the Five of Cups. You have 555 right here. So, 555 could be an important number. 555 is a big change number, and, it kind of says things are changing for you. Five of Cups is coming up in the good stuff. So, I feel like you're kind of like seeing an opportunity. With the Knight of Cups, you have the Three of Wands. Three of Wands is a card of foresight, looking into the future, like we already said. It's a card of dreaming of the future, and we have it here twice. So it's almost like I said a minute ago, you're waking up to how you can accomplish something that you feel would be very fulfilling for you. With the Page of Swords, you have the Wheel of Fortune. I really, it's hard for me to describe because I have no freaking clue what I'm talking about, right? But what I would say is I've been getting this like weird message recently where the universe has been saying to like me, to you, to the people that I read for, that we need to increase our options. And, I don't even know necessarily what that means, but, it's like obviously if you're sitting on your couch all day, not calling you out, but, because I get it, I would do that. I'm a Pisces. That's all I would do all day if I, didn't do this. But it's almost like the universe is saying, you need to go look at all the options you have. But if you sit on your couch, you're not going to have any options. If you go out in public and you explore the world, you're going to increase your options. And I feel like that is a thing that is going to kind of change your fortunes. Same thing with the Page of Swords. Like most people get curious about an idea. They're like, oh, I'm going to start this business, or, I want to go do this thing in my life. But then they just don't do anything about it. The Page of Swords says, well, if you go explore it, go learn about it, go take an action on it, then it will change your fortunes. So I would definitely take action. The whole entire reading says that. You have this Bell card. It says announcement. I feel like some of you are announcing a change. You have this Box card. It says you will receive a gift. Six of Cups in your reading. You have the Six of Cups twice. Six of Cups can be a gift from the universe, and the gift we usually receive from the Six of Cups is a turnaround. So there could be some sort of financial turnaround going on for you. You have this chain card. It says chain of events that will affect your life. I think that, I'm pretty sure I said this to you in your last reading, that it's almost as if you're connecting all the dots. You're looking at all the things you've been through, everything you've learned, and it's all adding up to something. You're using all those experiences to create something. And, I feel that's going to be good for you. You have this Man. It says dealings with relationships with a man. Then you have this card that says lobster. It says financial pinch. I would be careful if you have a past person that is coming back asking for money, asking for anything. I feel this could be a past person. Doesn't have to be a man. Could be whatever you're into, right? But I kind of feel there could be a past person here. You have this April card and this Bird Perch card. It says waiting for news, package, or letter. You could be receiving the news, package, or letter that you're waiting for by the month of April. So if you're waiting for approval or anything like that, it could be April that something comes in for you. But this looks really interesting here, Virgo. So thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your week.